Hello, I'm Erica.
And I'm Taliesin.
And this is
Gather Your Goth.
We were supposed to keep a straight face for like 5 minutes.
There's
5 seconds.
They can't see
5
that.
seconds.
There's
a whole
30
gaggle of goth. What is the collective noun for goths? A tale of goths.
An ennui of goths?
An ennui of goths. We'll take suggestions from the audience.
We'll figure that out in a little
Yeah,
bit.
a graveyard of goths, perhaps.
Good God.
A graveyard of goths?
Yeah.
Well, hello, everybody. As you can see, there have been some changes around here.
Some very intense changes.
Very serious, gravely serious changes.
Darkness.
This season, no parents. This season, Gather Your Party is from the mad mind of Taliesin Jaffe. So I still stay on as host, main host, and producer, but of course everything is being guided creatively by the executive goth himself, Taliesin.
We've been trying to figure out a way of having even more fun on Fridays and still find a way to send our poor, beleaguered, tired crew home at a semi-reasonable hour.
It's 1 a.m. was real crazy for them, and as it is, they're still really stressed right now, so please give them all the love that you can tonight. They do such a good job.
They do such a good job. It's so amazing. It's amazing.
And so the basic format of this new show is we have a theme every week, and we invite a bunch of our friends, and we do some sort of crazy activity. We have a musical guest. We talk about things that we enjoy that relate to the theme.
It's my whole theory for everything I do on the channel here, which is I try and figure out ways of turning the things that I used to do for fun that I can't do anymore because I work here into shows.
That's right.
So that I can do them.
And we bring all of our friends that we never get to see because we're too busy working here
to our shows. So there's just a ton of people I never get to see anymore who have decided to come visit me.
We love you guys.
In what is literally a padded cell. It's just a really big padded cell.
If you haven't seen, it's white padded walls.
It's white padded walls, just like my old apartment.
A beleaguering of goth, says the demono. Very good. Very, very good.
So yeah, and we're going to just try and have a fun little party. We're going to talk about, one of the things we want to do is we want to start giving you guys an idea of everything that happened this week on Geek and Sundry and everything that may be coming up.
What's going to happen next week also, yes.
Yeah, we'll do that at the end of the show maybe. We'll like wrap out. But like what happened last week? Let's see.
This week was a heck of a week,
It was a week. I'm so sad.
How are you doing?
I'm sad, goth.
Oh, this is like.
I feel this is my outside is my inside.
Yeah, the externalization of your inner soul.
Yeah, none more goth.
Yes, but of course, this past week, the big news was the last episode of Vox Machina, and you sent it off in style.
Thank you. There was a lot of crying, and yes, for those who've been asking, this haircut is a cry for help. Help.
A gloom of goth, says Dralkry. We'll take these all night. Thank you so much.
Oh man, I'm into it. Also, people have been started tweeting us their goth looks, and
please do that with the hashtag Gather Your Goth.
Please, we want to see you goth it out. It's gonna be great.
Let's see your goth.
God, what else happened? We talked about classic monsters on Wednesday Club. That was super fun.
That's super fun.
We talked about creepy monsters and vampires.
On Game Engine, we had a Blizzard show, a Blizzard special. Darren DePaul and I visited the Blizzard campus and took a some access tour. It's a fantastic video. I have to say,
I've been calling it Fear and Loathing at Blizzard.
Oh, that's beautiful. That's wonderful. I love that.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
You point at some
we point at things so much, and I have to say, out of all of the videos that I've done in all my life, and there are many, this is one of the ones I'm most proud of. I have to say, because Darren is absolutely lovely, and so if you'd like to check that out, they put it up on Geek and Sundry's YouTube page, and there's an article about it. Super fun stuff.
We're not normally going to talk about alpha stuff, but since you're doing an alpha show.
Yeah. Okay. And also they announced the cast list for Sagas of Sundry
Part 2. Electric Boogaloo.
Madness.
Live freer, Saga of Sundry.
Yeah.
A good day to Saga of Sundry.
Sagas of Sundry. The Rise.
Sundry harder.
The Awakening. Rise of Sagas.
Rise of Sundry.
Rise of Sundry.
Other than that, let's see.
War for Sundry. Shadow of Sundry. Sundry returns.
Oh god, what else happened? Minds and Crafts, we had badass handicrafts with embroidering things on gloves and hats to make you look hardcore in a crafty way.
Yeah. But real quickly for Sagas of Sundry though, two of your castmates are on it.
Really?
Liam and Marisha. who are amazing.
We actually...
Our friend Jeremy, who is a newcomer to the channel. Xander Jeanneret, who you may know from the Library Bards, or sometimes he appears on this show.
I'll actually, I'm going to use that as a segue later.
Oh, yeah?
It's going to be a whole segue.
Oh, yeah.
You watch it. It's going to be great.
You like segues?
I've honestly never ridden one. I look at them and I just... If I could get one that was
feel
like
unwieldy.
I feel like if I could deck it out in a way that I wouldn't feel weird, like if I could look like a Roman gladiator, like and like without a horse, like a ghost horse, that would be cool.
Oh yeah.
No, that's just awkward.
like an unmanned chariot.
Yeah.
Drawn by Thestrals.
Yeah, or like an Oscar the Grouch can, and like if I had an Oscar the Grouch. Anyway.
Yeah. No, we'll workshop all of this later.
I don't mean I'm letting you all in more than you care to know.
Right. Goth Marisha, yes, is indeed makes an appearance. On Sundry.
That will be my segue in a moment. Very, very good chat. So we also have, let's see, Axis and Allies.
That's right. There was the Axis and Allies tournament.
Becca took us through that.
Becca is doing fantastic.
That's a lot of fun. Shield of Tomorrow had Jackson Lansing as a crew member. They went and saved a crew member from Orion Slavers, or they're on their way to do it. So like,
fantastic.
Jackson was in on that, which is really cool. We should get him on some stuff. That'd be cool.
Oh yeah. Abby, and just earlier today, Abby was on Dick and Johnson. It was good to see her. Highly Experimental, our very first show of that.
And Ask Your
Ask a Black Geek Friend.
Black Geek Friend was running, and I got to go in on Facebook. I did like last week on the Facebook.
Oh man! And on Lore Masters, they covered the history of Elder Scrolls Online.
So a lot happened this week, and my God,
a lot happens every week.
If you watched all of that, let us know, because we want to know how you did it, because we're not even sure how we made all of it.
Oh my gosh!
That's a lot.
Every week.
Every week. So. Speaking of Goth Marisha,
Ooh.
segue. I got to take Goth Marisha. I went shopping for the original Sagas of Sundry with Satine.
That's right.
And we went shopping, and then I also got to take
great.
you shopping for Sagas.
Oh, it was great. It's funny because we didn't end up getting anything for my character. We just got me a bunch of goth
and
stuff
a really
to wear.
good red coat.
Oh my
That's
God.
the best red coat.
Oh, Taliesin got me my red wizard coat. Oh my goodness.
No, she looks like Wizard World Special Forces.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait for you to see it.
You guys will see.
Fantastic.
But
Taliesin's very good at goth makeovers.
I like goth makeovers, but like I'm not like my makeup skills. I have a shaky hand, which is one thing. So I've it's been very hard for me over the years, especially at the worse my shake has gotten, to learn how to get that sharp little eyeliner pencil and like do my really weird, very very gaunty makeup.
That's right. So we called in a specialist.
We have specialists
to help us do a bunch of goth makeovers.
Yeah.
I assume that she'll put a little bit of eyeliner on you.
At the very least.
At the very
Literally
least.
the very least.
We have a lot of friends here tonight that you're gonna love to see with their goth makeovers. But let's introduce our makeup specialist, Misty Dawn, at Meow Misty Dawn on Twitter.
With an
I. She does a lot of makeup for shoots on our channels.
Yeah. I'm always here off camera behind everything.
But you've been on Signal Boost though.
True.
You did the cat signal boost, and we also played Dungeons and Dragons. Where were we? We were like Seattle.
Seattle, yeah.
God.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we were on the. Was that the pirate feed that we were on? Oh, that was fun.
And it just wrapped. Yeah.
God.
So, wow. But Misty has been kind enough to come in, and she will do goth makeovers on all of our friends.
Yeah.
So excited for this.
I will bring the darkness out that you guys all feel.
Some of your channel favorites, some new friends, and then some of our friends who've done their own makeup because they're just so gothy.
Yeah, it's so funny. We pulled a good number of our gothy friends already.
The friends I never see.
Mwah. Oh my God. There's a whole bunch of hot goths behind the camera right now.
There's so much hot goth happening back here.
So much hot goth action behind the camera. Hi guys.
Hi.
I'm sorry, I'm supposed to be very goth. Gather your goth.
This is how you here. No.
Damn it! Hang on. Dead puppies.
I'll suffocate. That will be a thing that we talk about later. If you know what this is, then you were a teen goth in the 90s. Anyway, we're gonna bring it over. We have a musical guest.
We do. I'm so thrilled for the musical guest. He's a dear friend of ours, and you of course know him and love him. Jason Charles Miller.
Who was one when I met him many years ago, was the lead singer of a band called Godhead, which was like one of the old fun old school goth rock bands.
Right, and I have to say that every time I post a picture of him
Jason
and me
Charles
doing
Miller.
something geeky, people on my Facebook comment, "The singer of Godhead likes Dungeons and Dragons?" And they're very confused by it. It's very exciting. But thanks to him and his friend who are gonna play some songs for us
so
tonight.
let's get a song. Let's hear a song out of Jason, then we'll meet the rest of our friends who are here for the party.
Take it away, Jason.
Hey, this is a request from Taliesin, so we're gonna kick it off with some Nick Cave. Take a little walk to the edge of town and go across the tracks, where the viaduct looms like a bird of doom as it shifts and cracks, where secrets lie in the border files, in the humming wires. Hey man, you know you're never coming back. Past the square, past the bridge, past the mills, past the stacks. On a gathering storm comes a tall, handsome man in a dusty black coat with a red right hand. He'll wrap you in his arms, tell you that you've been a good boy. You'll rekindle all the dreams it took you a lifetime to destroy. You'll reach deep into the hole, hear your shrinking soul, but there won't be a single thing that you can do. He's a god, he's a man, he's a ghost, he's a guru. They're whispering his name through the disappearing land, but hidden in his coat is a red right hand. Don't got no money, you get you some. Don't have no car, you get you one. Don't have no self-respect, you feel like an insect. Well, don't you worry, buddy, 'cause here it comes, through the ghettos and the barrio and the Bowery and the slum. The shadow is cast wherever it stands, stacks of green paper in his red right hand. You see him in your nightmares, you see him in your dreams. He'll appear out of nowhere, but he ain't what it seems. You see him in your head on the TV screen, and hey buddy, I'm wanting you to turn it off. He's a ghost, he's a god, he's a man, he's a guru. You're one microscopic cog in his catastrophic plan, designed and directed by his red right hand.
Hello, I didn't see you there. Welcome back to the party. We brought a bunch of our gothy friends. Don't they look fabulous? But we've started in on the makeovers. Talison's getting a little bit of eyeliner. Basics,
Yeah,
getting a little bit of eyeliner. Misty's going at it right there. So while he's getting properly goth, executively goth, perhaps, we're gonna go around and have our guests introduce themselves. So just briefly, your name and where people might know you from. Why, look, it's Satine Phoenix.
I'm Satine Phoenix. You can see me here on Geek and Sundry and Project Alpha. I do GM tips and also Maze Arcana, where we play Dungeons and Dragons a lot, like 3 or 4 days a week. Like, it's crazy.
I am Lady Danger. I am a cosplayer and I am also a streamer.
I met you while you were dressed as Yennefer from Witcher 3. It
Was
looked
it at
amazing.
E3?
It was at E3. You looked amazing.
Thank you.
Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex Ward. I'm an actor who specializes in playing monsters and creatures and all things creepy.
You may be able to buy right now, since the Halloween stores are out. You can buy his face,
You can in fact buy a mask of my face.
which is you didn't know this?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
this.
we are all gonna get one. We're all gonna get one and just be a room full of Alex's. It's the mattress
It's
monster.
the mattress man from American Horror Story.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's me, and you can buy my face from Trick or Treat Studios.
I'm Ryan Omega. In the past, I've done a masquerade ball called Labyrinth of Jareth, and I recently have joined Maze Arcana on the shows Anisadora and the new Dungeons and Dragons show Fury's Fate.
Yay.
You
You
hi,
know
it's
you know
us.
these two.
It's us. We're right here.
Look who it is. You look so cute.
Oh, you're making me laugh.
Keep it together.
Hey guys, I'm Mylan Sarley. You may know me from Team Unicorn or a bunch of other things. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I'm an actress, a host, cosplayer, and streamer. You can find me at the Gamer Chick on Twitch.
You.
Yeah.
Hi guys, I'm Kai Norman. I guess I'm known as Commissar Props on the internet and stuff. I've done a few episodes of Anisadora, and I've shown up once to show off some stuff in Critical Role, but you might see me around a little bit more.
That's right. You have done an incredible Destiny. Your cosplay. Your Destiny cosplay.
I've done some cosplay as well.
And then also you made, if you've seen there's the Gambit cosplayer, and you made the costume for that for
the
our friends.
Michael Hoffman Gambit was
Yeah.
a fun one to build.
Yeah, you are fantastic. You made my Harley mallet, so you've all seen that on a previous Gather Your Party, and that was Kai. Yeah, very talented.
I make nerdy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Rudy.
Hi.
What's you reading there, Rudy?
You know, light. All the best.
Oh.
You don't know anything about this. But if you know who I am, you know I do stuff with her and him and, well, them, and I kind of know all of you. Don't I?
Yeah, more.
Your turtleneck is
she's
in my
one of
dresser
it.
still, I need to catch you.
And finally at the end.
And here we are.
And, never mind. Whatever. Just, you know what? I'll go back. It's fine. It's fine.
I miss movie.
You were right, Chad. I cannot handle Ruby right now. Lauren.
Hi, I'm Lauren Ipsum. I am a graphic designer and an artist.
You can announce the project that you finished.
Yeah, because I can talk about it now.
That's the other thing we should have talked about at the beginning. There's so much to talk about.
For the past year, Liam, Taliesin, and I have been putting our heart and our blood and our sweat and literal tears
Mainly
in
blood.
literal
Lots of
tears.
blood.
One heart. One heart.
Right.
One heart.
2 tears, 1 heart, lots of blood.
Yeah, it was so much blood into the Critical Role art book.
30,000 souls.
30,000 souls went into that art book, and we got to show off the cover of the deluxe edition.
There was the one happy moment last night.
That was the one thing. The rest of the night we're all
the only
just
moment of
sobbing
happiness.
in the studio.
There's a theory in chat that Satine has turned Rudy into a vampire. We're trying to cover it up. we're not doing a very good job. But we have all of these fine folks are going to be here. We're going to do some gothy activities. Some of them are going to get makeovers, but as you can see, some of them already really brought the goth as it was.
I think
always
yeah.
look like this.
I know. I feel like she's really guilty because I didn't really dress up much.
I mean, you just were you. It was fine.
This is what I look like
It
when
was
I show
fine.
up at the office.
It's great. Yes, Taliesin. Oh, look,
Oh,
okay.
hi.
Got some
Yeah, no,
music.
got a little bit going on, and we were
All right.
going to start with a fun one for everybody.
Oh, we have our first victim for the makeup chair. I think you all know and love her from the rest of the channel. Amy Dallin, come on out! We're gonna give Amy a goth makeover. Thank you so much for showing up to our party, Amy. This is so good.
I really
So,
tried.
so
I
good.
tried, but I'm like the level of goth exquisiteness in here is so high.
It's gonna
Help.
be okay.
It's mainly makeup.
It's a
Yeah,
thin veneer. Thin veneer.
Yeah,
Right.
that's really all it requires.
But I guess there's a goth attitude too, which you need to be my Willy Wonka.
Well, no, there's I mean, like,
Show me the world of goth.
This was there's several different goth attitudes. I mean, like it was there's the mopey goth, whatever. Exactly. But like there was the running gag was there were the happy goth. There were definitely happy goths. There were kind of perky goth. Perky goth was what I'm talking about.
Perky goth.
Gilly the Perky Goth from Dark Tower was informative.
And I was trying to think. I did a little reading. Like one of the interesting things is this subculture came around. And please feel free to chime in as this is going because we have such a wonderful panel. There was a time in history when subcultures happened around music, and then like fashion bloomed around music. But now everybody listens to everything, so you don't really get the culty subgenres anymore. There's not like goth doesn't really happen the way it did back then.
Ooh, can I chime in for a second?
Oh, please. Here's Charles Miller has something to say about that. Also, I really appreciate people in chat popping in and going like, what is going on? If you've just joined us, welcome to Gather Your Goth. It is the new executive order.
Yes, from
around-
Executive Goth.
From Executive Goth.
Yes.
This is the way things
No,
are
I'm
now.
truly qualified to produce executive orders.
Yeah, really. More qualified than somebody
Golf
else.
to boss.
Anyway, so what I wanted to expand on what you were saying is exactly like back in the day, you had to buy music, and you if you had $10, you had to decide what album to buy, right? So then
You mean like on
could
your
be like,
iPhone?
well, I could buy this
On your
album,
Napster.
or I could buy that, and you sort of had to pick your genre. You had to pick one thing
I got
to listen to.
my vinyl player working again this week. I'm really into it. I know. I'm like
Great.
going back.
That never
mean,
died out.
If my stepbrother hadn't given me Kiss records, I never would have known what Kiss sounded like.
But
You know?
goth was
You mean
very
pop?
CD and
Very CD.
Yeah.
tape.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
the
Kiss is not goth, but I just mean like that's the only way that some of us got our music is if someone gave it to us, or if like
Mixtaped
someone
it.
made us a mixtape.
mixtaping was a
Yeah.
big thing.
It's a big
I have
thing.
so many
I have so many
90s
mixtapes.
goth mixtapes that are awesome.
Teenage
Hot
Enema
Topic.
Nurse was the first song on my first mixtape.
The
Yes.
Hot Topic goth compilation CD.
Yeah,
Yes.
put out by Cleopatra Records.
Oh my
All by
god.
Cleopatra Records.
Yeah.
Weird trivia. Who knows what the first band that was described as a goth sound? What band was the first band to be described as?
Bauhaus.
Before? No,
Yeah.
earlier.
Joy Division?
No, no, your guys are so close though.
Your mom.
Actually, yes.
London Rockets.
Susie and the.
Oh yeah, Susie and the Daisies, definitely.
I believe, and I might be correct on this. I believe it might have been Rolling Stones that said a gothic sound is like described as a gothic sound, and it's sort of. I mean, but like goth music is really can be like. Johnny Cash is kind of gothic.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a subgenre.
Absolutely.
Stark.
It's mopey.
What other those guys like?
And
There's
that's the thing. The
Country
sound
goth.
of goth music is very wide, and so a lot of it had to do with fashion too, which I think goth sort of led the way with that, goth and punk.
Yeah,
And
goth was sort of-
came out of punk.
Right, and it was like it was sort of like the antithesis of punk
Yeah.
in a way.
And you learned about it playing Tamagotchis, but back in the 90s it was Tamagotchis. There were
I don't know
there were
about
little,
this.
there
I
were
missed
little
this.
pets.
I don't know about this.
Oh,
either.
this is like
Oh yeah,
early
no,
90s.
this was a thing.
Tamagothi's?
Tamagotchis.
Tamagotchis. When
I'm a
you used to go
Tamagotchi.
to like Target or Kmart and you'd get those little
Yeah.
little
The
toys.
Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi.
Yeah,
Little version
Tamagotchis.
pets.
Well, now there's Tamagotchi, and you can have punk goth, There was romantic goth.
Romantic goth.
There was industrial goth, and depending on how much you smacked them around.
Black Tape for a Blue Girl, bless you. That's a great band.
Bring that up.
That's a great
I was
band.
totally gonna bring that
That's
up.
how you learned about different genres in the 90s.
A friend of mine who used to go to the goth clubs had a belt that she had hanging from the belt all of her dead Tamagotchis that she had just abused. As trophies on her belt.
That's so weird. Thank you so much for your input, Jason. So Missy, how does one get started with a goth makeover? What are some of the steps here? What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Well, hers is gonna be a surprise. You'll see.
Oh! Okay, but I see different things. I'm looking and there's a lot of red eyes, red and pink eyes. The lips get lined in like sort of darker shades.
Yeah.
Everything. I love the wajette sort of.
This is from Death, the High Cost of Living.
Yes, the
this
girl.
is from DD. So it's one of my favorite comics.
How many of us stole makeup looks from Sandman out of curiosity?
Oh yeah, I've always wanted to go as Death.
I used to do the Manticore half smile, the toothy smile.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really a fun one.
I want to figure out a way to do the Corinthian. Woo!
Yeah. Oh God, the Corinthian teeth, eye
With the
teeth.
teeth.
Yeah.
What?
How have you not done that yet, man?
Sorry, Erica, if you do not become Desire at some point while you have this haircut or in a fight.
We should. Yeah, we should. I should do that. Yeah. It'll be a
Oh my God,
good
I'm enjoying the chat so much, God. This is.
What
yeah,
is
please.
chat going on?
They're plugging some good Spotify playlists. There's some really good bands. Some great. I mean, like, it is like it was like the last great big subculture boom before everything got too internetedy.
There's The Cure, which was my favorite band.
Right.
With Susie, and there was that poster. And back in like '92, that's when you learned how to do goth makeup because there was Susie and the Banshees and Robert Smith from The Cure standing next to each other in black and white, and you're like, black and white makeup.
Yeah.
If you have short hair, you don't spike it, you just tease it.
Poof it.
I used
Put the
to
powder
have
in
hair.
it.
You pooped
I
that.
used to
Both of
have
us.
all the hair.
Both of us.
Yeah.
We'll come back.
Allison and I
So
are
people
suffering from
are
the same thing.
talking about literature. They were saying Bram Stoker and Rice, of course Poe.
Edgar Allan Poe. I brought my Poe.
Yeah.
For a fun
love
one,
Poe.
this is a wonderfully obscure one. I brought my Wild Ways by EQ, who is one of the great goth poets of Japan. Because he wrote a poem called Skeletons, all about death and the impermanence of life, and he writes songs about sexy songs, poems about sex and
I
death.
also like Edward Gorey.
I was
Edward
just about to
Gorey.
say Edward Gorey. I have the
Yeah.
entire Edward Gorey collection.
Yes, yes.
I grew up with the Ghastly Crumb Tinies as my.
Yes, we're going to Okay, let's see. Can we see if we can all collectively remember the whole
A
is
no.
for Amy who fell down the stairs.
B is for Basil.
Basil assaulted by bears.
Bears.
C is for Cora wasted away. D is for Desmond thrown out of a sleigh.
You were so
That's
scary.
Oh wow.
E is for Ernest.
Ernest or
Ernest, I think,
Ernest.
who choked on a peach.
Yeah, I think.
Oh man.
F
It's been
is
so
for
long.
Fanny sucked dry by
By
a
a
leaf.
leaf.
Yes.
I have to hold public
G
before we
is
get.
for George, thrown out of a sleigh.
You already said the right on the sleigh.
Oh shit! Where are we on?
Still, that is very impressive. I have to say.
Well done.
I was hoping that between all of us we would know it.
Right.
It's been too. Oh man, I was literally looking at my gory stuff, trying to think if I should bring anything.
There's Goth for video games. Alice from American McGee.
American McGee's Alice was like a big goth video game.
That was my
I
jam.
had that cut out on my middle school locker. A
You're
picture, like,
enthusiastic
just
about
printed
something,
out
is that-
of the Cheshire Cat from American
would say
McGee's
that.
I
Alice.
love that Cheshire Cat design.
It's just on my
I
locker.
mean, like,
just taped
and
it
other
up.
than like Tim Burton movies, which are almost like so goth, it's almost anti-goth by its very nature. Like it's almost done the entire Roberist.
But like German expressionism in general.
Right? Any type of creepy claymation, usually. Yeah. Stop motion animation.
Like Caroline.
Anything that, like, I think there's a real love of the uncanny valley and just kind of falling headfirst into it.
Taxidermy's big.
I actually.
Taliesin took me to a. Oh please, yeah. No, it's here.
So I brought a piece of taxidermy to show. I'm not sure
It's
which
very
camera
good.
I can do this on.
You're on the main one.
Okay.
The one, not the one that's red.
Oh, it's a really cute.
Oh,
It's really, really cute. Oh, that's gonna get gift.
Where did that come from? I want one.
This came from Necromance, which is a store
A store on Melrose.
Yes.
Fantastic place. Oh no!
That's okay.
So
That's all right.
cute.
It actually really is cute.
It's
So cute.
That's the cutest dead thing I've seen all day.
So the person who made my little mouse also made one that I've been looking for forever. They've done a series on they do like wedding toppers and stuff, but like my favorite is one
Gee,
in a,
wait, oh my
in
God,
a Shakespeare ruff holding a mouse skull.
Oh, I love that. Yes.
So good.
Have you seen Ave Rose's Mechanica? It's like
Oh.
it's all like taxidermy, but like skeletons, and then she like animates them like clockwork.
There's another really cool
Wow.
artist called Liz McGrath, and she does a taxidermy, like, it's really amazing, cool taxidermy art.
She the one
Is
that
that the
combines
one-
the
She
animals?
combines-
Yeah,
Yes.
I know
Yeah.
that.
There's
a lot of
also-
like metal kind of work.
There's also,
And there's another artist.
yeah,
who-
there's someone I can't remember the name, but he takes
Coach,
taxidermy, and it takes animals and adds human faces to animals.
Yeah.
Best thing, like deers with people faces just staring. It's the best.
Slightly less horrifying, there's Serena Brewer, who is an ethical taxidermist also. She only works with like roadkill or animals that had been put down or donated some way. And she combines different animals into
That guy's
like a the
Yes.
flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz is one of the creatures that she has made, or jackalopes or like little winged cats, things like that.
Does anyone remember the little suicide squirrel? I was trying to remember who did the suicide squirrel.
Oh.
It was the squirrel in a suit, like at a desk, and he had written a note, and there was a gun, and he was like already in like blood. Like
No,
it
that's
was
so dark.
It was very dark, but at the same time, you're like, oh.
There's a store in Pasadena, Gold Bug, where
I love
there's
Gold Bug.
where that's like a lot of really great sort of gauzy clothing, but then also there's the little dioramas of bugs
13,
doing
yes.
everyday things. Like there's a spider who's having a birthday party, and like there's a cricket that's like doing his laundry. Very cute.
So we're saying about taxidermy. Do any of you guys know about chiavaris?
What is this?
There are these kind of like trophy totem kind of things. They're often like small pieces of taxidermied animal or bones that have a lot of silver work around them. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then sometimes they'll even use human bones and become like reliquaries and things like that. But yeah, they're well worth Googling because some of them are absolutely beautiful.
What are they called again?
Chiavaris. I think it's like CHI.
Someone in chat will
I'm
Google
sorry.
it.
I'm
Apparently,
sure.
according
I'm
to
sure
chat, Amy
somebody.
doesn't know how to handle this amount of God.
This is a lot. Keep going,
It's happening! It's happening! It's happening! It's happening! It's happening!
Oh,
Great.
Kate Clark is the artist with the taxidermy faces. Thank you.
Oh man, thank you, Chad.
Fantastic.
Oh, this is so great.
I was a couple
Hey,
of people
Gil.
were calling out Goth films, the Cabinet of Dr. Caligari.
Oh,
so
yeah.
like generally anything German expressionism.
Silent films.
Yeah, a lot of
Carnival
silent
Souls.
films.
Does the Rocky Horror Picture Show count as Goth?
Yes.
It's a different flavor of
It is a
goth.
different flavor.
It was an interesting thing because like especially in the 90s we sort of goth was a really good like I would like chocolate candy shell over the I don't want to say creamy interior because that's weird of a cabaret but like the teen gay community back in the 80s and 90s was way more underground, a little more like please don't hit me with sticks. And the goth community was like a good shell, and like I know the Rocky Horror Picture Show was so you're not old enough to go to a club, you can come here, and everyone's going to be like okay if you get weird.
That's
So
what it was. At least that's what it was in LA.
yeah, it was all over. I mean, I traveled. I mean, like, yeah, that was definitely the LA.
It was like
Were there
every
any-
single city.
Every city had
Anyone
like
else-
it was like the
Anyone else
YMCA
here other than me
for
and Taliesin? Was anyone else here Rocky people?
Rocky Horror.
When I was
No,
16,
Ivan Van Norman. Oh wait,
Ivan was a Rocky person?
Oh
I've
yeah.
not been
Which
in it,
one?
but I've definitely
Oh no,
attended a
he
lot of
all
them.
the way in.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if we're allowed to talk about it.
I don't.
He's
Okay,
the
Chad,
Toasted. He is totally
There
toasted,
are some
hasn't he?
terrible
He's
photos
the
of me on
best.
the internet as Frankenfurter.
Ivan called Frank.
By terrible, you
I'm
mean?
so excited to
With
see
your
you.
natural hair.
When I still had a buzzed
Oh,
head,
you
like, no
played
wig,
Frank.
just me and
Wait, who did Ivan play?
You know that.
You were saying, oh, I thought you were saying you.
No, I'm not Ivan.
It's
Wait,
pretty
I
amazing.
thought you were saying Ivan, but then I thought you
Anybody
said
can
you.
speak.
I said
It's
me.
really
He's
fun.
not on the
Oh
camera
yeah.
now. I have two cats.
I would love
Ivan was.
Oh, Ivan makes a very
Talk
pretty
about this shit.
Frankenfurter.
Oh,
If
yeah,
you
the
haven't
pictures.
seen it. Yeah, right? Yeah.
A little too pretty.
Yeah. I was like,
I've got the,
I've never
oh,
seen-
I've got the new. So
Yeah.
I was looking like we talked a little about Susie. I was trying to think of like gothabilly, goth surf rock.
Right.
Horror Pops.
More pops.
Copycats.
Necromantics.
Necromantics.
The Cramps.
The Cramps.
Cramps,
Human
Lux
Fly.
Interior,
The great
and Poison Ivy are the greatest couple that ever was.
God, all this music that I love so much.
I definitely
Death
want to
Rock.
give a shout out to my favorite dad from Dream Daddy, Goth Dad Damien.
Goth Dad. Thank you for the t-shirt.
Of course.
Okay,
You're
so
the Goth
what
Dad
is
of my life.
What is Thrill Kill Cult and Lords of Acid?
Ooh, I mean, like,
Because that was definitely in.
that was in. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know.
Psychedelic goth?
Psychedelic, yeah, maybe psychedelic goth. I feel like Lords of Acid is maybe psychedelic goth because I wouldn't have really thought of it as goth
like
music, but
campy
only goth
and
kids listen to it.
Yeah, like it's great.
Now I have I Must Increase My Bust going through my head on a loop, and that's going to
Well,
still
then
drive
you've
me
also
mad.
got bands like Diform and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Sex Fiend?
Yeah,
Alien Sex Fiend.
Now I want to go dancing.
I know. This is also why we're doing this. Is also because there's almost no. There used to be a club every week in LA. Now there's not quite a
There
club.
is.
Well, there's the club we do not speak of.
The club we do not
I know. I'm well aware of the club that shall not be named. I can't name it.
We can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Can't talk about
It's a
it.
secret club. We'll tell you
Okay.
later. It's a secret.
club.
You'll know when you get
Off
invited.
stream.
But that's it.
Off stream. But yeah, no, but like there used to be so many.
It's an invite only.
Clubhouse.
Oh, that one?
Club Hell.
That's not a secret.
Cinematic.
That's not a secret club.
It's because of you that it's not a secret.
Voldemort.
It is on screen.
When
I said nothing.
when we've got like industrial music that starts
Yeah.
to pop up as well. With,
That's true.
That
I mean,
is one
I'm
of
much
it.
more of an industrial kid personally.
Yes.
And
So what's
someone
the
on my
difference
feed was
between
mentioning
industrial
that, and I
and
saw
goth?
that. So.
Amy, oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
I can't see me. What's the difference between industrial and goth?
Mood mostly.
Level of
Tempo.
stomp.
Level of
There's a lot of
story. Like kind of smooth
So
versus
this
like
is goth, and this is
Like
industrial.
industrial.
Yeah,
Okay.
like,
Industrial is a little
like
versus
throbbing gristle
flowy.
and stuff like that is industrial.
And Grendel, but then you have things like Front 242.
Yeah, then you get,
and
but then you start
23.
going into agro-tech as opposed to industrial.
We're gonna be showing off a bunch of this dancing later, by the way. It's gonna be on
Right.
B&B
So
Nation.
we still have a lot of
Babyland.
KMFDM.
Babyland, KMFDM.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Christian Death play Helter Skelter back in the 90s. Motherfuckers.
Starts with an R. Starts with an R.
Rammstein.
Rammstein.
I was
Ugh.
obsessed with Rammstein in middle school,
Oh man.
which I'm sure thrilled.
I hope you guys are just like making a list of. We'll probably try. Maybe we should put together a playlist later.
yes.
Like a
saying,
Spotify playlist. The Bauhaus.
Of course.
Of course.
I saw Bauhaus.
Depeche Mode?
Depeche Mode.
If, by the way, anyone out there, if you know Bauhaus, the design school, and Bauhaus the band, I love you.
Yeah, they're both. Yeah.
If you know what both are, there's a place for you in my heart.
And the chat is screaming Emily Autumn at us.
I know.
Oh, our friend Maggie used to tour with
Okay,
her.
we got a little time.
Okay.
I was also gonna say, like, this is the most gothy of days.
Rammstein. Oh God.
It is
That's
Friday
right,
the
Friday
13th.
the 13th. Tell us a little bit about that history.
Well, I'll say that I've always had really good luck on Friday the 13th. I feel like all the bad luck just comes to me. Like,
I have
You
a
ha-
story about Friday. the
bring it.
Oh
Bring
boy.
it.
So, when I was a freshman in high school, I used to work at a haunted house as an actor.
Of course
And the original Jason, who played the malformed kid who came out of the lake, came through our haunted house, and I made him scream like a tiny little child. So much so that he came back through the haunted house to give me a signed autographed picture of himself. I scared him. I still have it to this day.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. He has so much hair.
Oh, I can't.
Like this amount of hair, all curls, and it's ridiculous.
That makes me so happy. Like, how long ago was that?
That was a long time ago.
Oh God, I know. I don't want to like say how long.
No, that was probably 2002.
Oh, wow. Wow, things were happening back then.
How many, out of curiosity, how many of you have worked on haunted houses or in near haunted houses in some capacity? Yeah.
You've never worked a haunted
I
house?
hate haunted houses. I don't like scary things.
Oh, poor people.
I like vampires.
Yes.
I love
They don't
vampires.
scare you. They kind of just.
She likes the sexy
Yeah.
stuff, not the scary
Sexy
stuff.
scary.
Satina's
Sexy
having a
scary.
moment.
Yes.
On
The
her own.
vampire.
With her dark lore.
Question from chat: does him fall into the goth category?
Yes.
Does him fall in? Oh yeah.
I think it does.
I feel
It's
like.
We
a
forgot
romantic.
Sisters of Mercy also.
Oh
Something.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
Sisters of
Ouch,
Mercy.
that hurts.
Sisters
Oh.
of Mercy is one of the few
Whoops.
bands with one of the few types of music I can fall asleep to.
Oh, and on the poppier
Very
side of
soothing.
things, LA's own, our own homegrown goth band, the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo.
Oh yes.
And then we go
True.
But yeah, I was gonna say there's a lot of like Friday the 13th is kind of a fun one. Although we're gonna get into haunted houses because I've got a good story too.
Oh, I also have a good haunted house story.
Yeah,
A couple
okay,
of them.
it's gonna get dark there. But Friday the 13th, there's a lot of theories on why Friday the 13th is a thing. But my favorite, and is not necessarily the true one, but it is my favorite, is the Knights Templar theory, which is that it was a Friday the 13th that the Knights Templar were a group of Christian warriors who helped defend the road to the Holy Land to purloin lots of treasure and artifacts and otherwise. And they invented a system of conscripts and checks that they used, which basically was the beginning of modern banking. So that you could like give them all your treasure, they would give you a note that was worth that money, and then they would lend money, and all of this thing would go in. So eventually, a lot of countries owed them a lot of money, and because of this debting system that they had created, because they were holding all their stuff, including King Philip IV of France, who then figured out by hosting a meeting of the Knights Templar on a Friday the 13th, invented bankruptcy. By collecting them all together, charging them with witchcraft and sodomy, and having them all executed. Magically making all of his debt disappear.
That's the best magic trick I've ever heard.
I've never heard it explained more perfectly.
Thank you. Yes, Friday the 13th was the very first bankruptcy notice, but it ended in a lot of hangings and beheadings.
Wow. 1308.
It might be. I think that sounds about right.
Jason already knew this story.
Oh man.
Because of course he did.
Because Goth kids.
Yeah. They have a lot of like.
He should have waited 5 years.
That never comes out.
No, I mean this is like I brought some of my weird artifacts and that I've collected over the years, other than just weird taxidermy and like God, there is like the aesthetic. There's a couple different veins of aesthetic. There's like definitely the gory.
Gothic.
There's like Edward Gorey vibe. Where, like you're very much Edward Goreying it a bit. I feel this evening, and then we have another like very much Edward Gorey vibe.
Right.
A little bit of like the modern techno-goth kind of like leather and layers and lines. The romantic.
Romantic era.
What do we
Classify me.
I can't.
Alex.
And there is Alex.
Yeah, there's Alex.
The patchy, lots of things goth.
It's almost industrial.
It's pile things on goth. Which is totally a thing. Piling jobs and pile things.
When you're ready.
Lauren.
Also, I see your Clan of Zymox chat.
Just
Yes, Clan of Zymox.
when you're ready.
Well, I'm ready.
Are you ready?
Wait.
Wait.
Yes.
Wait.
For people who might be a little bit more mainstream, I would like to point out that for a literature category, William Shakespeare is probably one of the earliest Goths. I would like to also point out that if you like movies, I don't know what your quotations are, but they're not wanted here.
They were snapped.
Wanted.
Snapping.
Oh, snaps, good, then I love you. As much as I possibly can.
It was affection.
Thank you. I didn't get enough.
Thank you.
If you like movies, you can actually see a really good example of what Taliesin was talking about earlier with a goth, we'll call it a hood, as Todd in Wedding Crashers. And then, if you really want to have some music that got all over the place, that was a nice goth infusion, I would look at Sting. But you don't have to, because I don't care.
Listen to him.
We would writer goth.
I was about to say this is making me miss like 1998 to 2004 really bad.
I think we would also be remiss if we didn't mention The Crow.
The Crow.
Yeah. Oh,
That came out. There was like 80 of them at my school.
That was the first graphic novel I ever read. I was 12 years old, and my brother thought that was the appropriate age to read The Crow. I came to him and said, Sterling, what's a rock?
Your brother's name is Sterling?
Yeah, well,
I
yes.
think that's the most important part of this.
Not the fact that you learned what a rock was.
I was 12. He handed me The Crow. It's definitely age-appropriate reading. And then also came Johnny and the Homicidal Maniac and Lindor.
Yeah.
Squee, yeah, all the
absolutely.
Kid
We'll
Goth.
be getting into that on Wednesday Club soon too.
I think my favorite goth actor right now is Jason Momoa.
Jason Momoa is your favorite goth actor?
If I liked anything.
Oh, if you did.
But if
The
you like anything,
Crow is point is,
Yeah, no, that was a
that
big.
comic was.
Yeah, that's not for. Well, you were.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us
Hey,
about
I
your
recommend it
haunted
for
house
12-year-olds
story.
everywhere.
What's my haunted house
What's your
story?
haunted house story?
I have,
Don't get it
I
for
have two really good ones.
Okay.
Which is if you work enough of these and you are in goth scene in LA enough, you eventually go to Universal Studios Hollywood.
Oh yes.
And you're like, I'm bored and I'm alone. I'm just gonna put on a nice suit and go and like walk to the and be unimpressed by the mazes.
Okay.
And including the Scream. It was the year Scream came out, and I to this day I don't know who it was, but like they were in the Scream maze, and the guy in the mask jumped out, ran down the line with a knife, and stopped and went, "Oh, hey, Taliesin," and just kept going. All right, cool. The other one, and I won't say who. I have a friend who is terrified of clowns. There's a big. People are afraid of clowns.
Oh, yeah, they're terrible. Oh, I can't imagine.
Clown characters.
Oh, of course you do. I mean, like, and I love your evil dark fairy character, and I love the. I mean, and I guess I get it, but I have a friend who really is afraid of clowns, and we went on a haunted hayride in on the East Coast. It was like a real haunted hayride, and it was the deal with this haunted hayride was they could touch you. You couldn't touch them. Normally, there's like a no touching rule, but the deal on this one was the actors could touch you, but you couldn't touch them. You just had to sit and let things happen. And we took a little turn into Clown Town. It was actually called Clown Town.
No! I can't take it anymore. I hate them. Why? Why do people like clowns? Why do we still have them around? Comedian Del Arte is fine, but clowns are no.
They knew. Like he didn't make any.
Clowns are terrible because they're like the uncanny valley. Like they're like human, but their face is a little too white and their nose is a little too red.
I think I legit.
Is this the friend who really doesn't like clowns?
No, but this is another one. I think clowns are kind of hot. I'm just gonna put that out there. Yeah, clowns kind of hot.
The Joker, and that is it. That is the only one that I will give you that for.
I don't know. Our friend Maggie.
Yes.
Maggie's
the Joker and Harley. The only hot clowns, and that is
Captain
it.
Maggot, everybody.
Captain Maggot is a hot clown. Twin set. We're the TT twins, and I have other hot girl clowns, and I'm Bubbles Bazoombas, and my sister is Tits McGiggle.
Oh my fucking
you
god!
Love it. It is so good. It is so good.
I'm in. I'm fucking in.
I am intrigued.
I would definitely go to a haunted mime.
Oh, haunted mime room.
I would do that.
Russian mimes. That's I love Russian mimes. I have a whole thing. So my friend on the board, like they knew immediately, and like 5 of them rushed him. They ignored the rest of us. They knew. I don't know how they knew.
They can smell fear. That is how.
With a big red nose.
Smell fear.
This is a fact. That's why the nose.
And they surrounded him. The crowd surrounded him, and he couldn't move. And he was there. And one of them just took their like wonderful Alex spindly finger and ran it down his nose like that, while the other one went right up to his ear and went, Simba. And weird. I think it cured him. He laughed really fucking hard, and that was a positive clown moment.
But do you think they were trying to make him laugh, or were they trying to put the fear of God?
I actually think they were trying to make. I felt like these were good guy clowns.
Good clowns.
These were good guy clowns.
So when I first moved to LA,
oh yeah,
I worked at Six Flags Fright Fest as a clown.
Oh, of course you did.
And one year, I ran into this man and woman who had a very small girl with them. And
I love the story.
They were walking out of a ride, and my whole deal is I don't jump out and scare. I wait till you see me, and then I start. So I was looking at them. The little girl turns and catches direct eye contact with me, and the parents keep walking. And she stays about 5 years old. Tiniest little girl.
No!
And I just stare, and I sit down on the ground, and I sit with her, and just quiet tears start streaming out of her face. She doesn't make a sound, she just quietly cries, not breaking eye contact with me. For about a minute until her parents realized that she wasn't with her. And they came back and picked her up and left.
So 8 years from now, we're going to be on the stream, and we're like, so how did you become a goth kid?
Yeah, right?
It's like, well, there was this clown. So he wouldn't break eye contact. And it was just
my eyes.
Laura.
I have to wonder how much therapy is involved.
It's all black and white. It's all black and white eye, everything.
I stared into his eyes and I saw the void, and the void stared back.
For those who are checking out.
Jesus.
Oh my god, are we done? Oh my gosh.
Are we done?
That's it. Oh my god!
Oh my god.
I am so pleased.
Oh my God.
I'm so pleased.
Amy, you look
Uh,
amazing.
Holy fucking cow.
Little
Little Susie, little classic.
Am I allowed to smile or am I ruining it?
No, you can smile.
Quirky goth is a thing.
Yeah, no, we're allowed to smile unless threatened, and then you have to stare them down.
You get the Satine 2 thumbs up for your eyeliner.
Yay!
Oh, I am so pleased.
Thank you.
Oh, you're a magician. Should we send Rudy through?
Was it? No,
Send
well,
Rudy through.
Yes.
we want to do Rudy or do let's do one of the boys.
Yeah, Rudy or Kai.
Or one of the boys.
Rudy or Kai.
Do you think it'll cheer Rudy up?
Before
I
I
think
go,
it'll make
I
it
do
worse.
actually have a question. Though.
Okay.
We were talking about like goth comic books and things
Oh.
like that. That makes me think of goth cartoons, and I've got two to suggest.
Ooh.
One would be Our Real Monsters.
We'll do.
And the second one is it ran for like 3 seasons. Todd McFarlane's Spawn.
Oh my God.
Obviously, Invader Zim is another one of those.
Yeah, I was about to say
Courage the
that.
Cowardly Dog.
Courage
Courage the Cowardly Dog, 100%.
So
yes. So existential goth freaking.
I was big into the
Niall
Beetlejuice animated series.
Yeah, it's really good.
That's what I'm gonna be for Halloween this year.
Wumpskate. Who just mentioned
Yeah,
Wumpskate?
Wumpskate.
Oh my god.
Oh my God! Somebody in the chat just mentioned goth industrial roller skating, which was a thing we used to do.
I just got more roller skates. We need to do it.
It used to be. We used to do it once, like twice a month.
Yeah.
There used to be goth industrial roller skating in Los Angeles. It was a
It
thing.
was at a roller rink.
There are some amazing photos of me with bad hair currently on my laptop. Oh yeah, good. We got the boy
Yeah,
up
they're
there.
definitely saying.
Look at you.
Do I want to do
Look
both
at
of them?
Hello.
I feel like we should like make a night of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on in.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
So goth, like,
Gargoyles.
Yes.
Gargoyles.
We can go black metal.
how do we get from like Germanic tribes to like cathedral architecture to 19th
Ah.
century literature to Susie and the Banshees?
So,
Yeah. So
A lot
yeah.
of
What's the connecting?
Why is it called goth?
it's honestly it's called goth because of Susie and the Banshees. It's really.
It was from the architecture.
Was it the architecture that was the-
before, like the music? There was.
But Susie and the Banshees were the first people to
Was
use
the
that
music
phrase.
To use it as a music.
Yeah.
It's like the cathedrals are very haunting, and so that sound is very gothic, and so it like there are many goth clubs that happen in churches.
It is a thing. Well, it was also
Aesthetic.
there is. I mean, like I've read some really interesting papers that I'm not necessarily sure I agree with, but they're fascinating of the notion of the aesthetic of End of Empire. Of the Victorian
Right.
macabre,
Yeah.
the Victorian macabre. There was actually a similar turn in Roman fashion for a while. There's this point where decadence reaches a point where people just become sort of obsessed with memento mori and sort of start getting that existential bug hits, and you have that moment of, oh God, I'm mortal and I'm going to die, and death is a thing, and there's all these people who came before me and all these people will come after, and I'm going to have a reaction to it, and I'm going to have an aesthetic reaction to it.
The death of glam rock.
The death of glam rock. I mean, like, and the aesthetic response to mortality, I think, is beautiful and wonderfully reasonable.
All right. Well, so we're going to continue along with our goth makeovers. We're going to talk more goth stuff here on this end. And we're going to send it over to Jason Charles Miller for another song. Take it away, Jason and friends.
Hey. This is a Godhead song, actually, that when I was signed to Marilyn Manson's record label, he helped me arrange this song called Sinking. Standing in the back of the line, I feel the others trying to push it down and keep it away from me. Grabbing at the one thing that I know is mine. Can't you see me with my head to the floor? Feel the recklessness of absolute desperation. Valued sentimental pieces of the life I thought I held in my hands. Why do I always try better what I am? Can't I realize that
failing every day. It only helps to aggravate. Sickening feeling inside that won't go away. Fall down, pick yourself up and fall down. Drink from my cup and fall down. This is what it's like to be me, me. Can't you see what I see? Why do I always try to better what I am? Can't I realize that I've always been sinking? Why do I always try to better what I am? Can't I realize that I've always been sinking? What I am is what I feel. What I feel is nothing real. What I know is all I want is to be safe from this spot. It's to be safe from this spot. It's to be safe from this spot. Why do I always try to better what I am? Can't I realize that I've always been sinking? Why do I always try better what I am? Can't I realize that I've always been sinking? That I've always been sinking? That I've always been sinking? Hey,
Oh, we're going all the way in. That's right. We have cameras.
going in.
Hello. So one thing that we wanted to do more of on this show was to talk to the amazing musicians that come in and guest for us. Gentlemen, like we know Jason Charles Miller, but can you tell us a little bit about yourselves?
Well, my name is Gary Joseph Potter Jr., and I play guitar here in Los Angeles, and I'm originally from Rhode Island, and I play lots of this guy right here.
How do you know this? How do you know this guy?
Jason and I met through a mutual friend, Marty O'Brien, which is also from Rhode Island, and we became
Another
friends.
musician who I met when I was on tour with Manson and Disturbed, and the bass player from Disturbed broke his foot, and so Marty was filling in.
You are full of stories.
And yeah, I've got a story for everybody that I meet. So that's how it worked. And then the bass player from Static X broke his arm, and Marty filled in for him, and so we toured with Marty again. So we became fast friends. Met Gary through Marty. Yeah.
And then
Okay, so
I
this
gotta
is
say,
great. I love
I
this.
love your shirt.
So yeah.
Thank you.
So this is Ian Werfel, and Ian is a trooper. He basically is the roommate of my friend David Daniel Diaz, who plays drums for me a lot and was unavailable tonight. So he actually recommended his roommate, and he's killing it. He played Wasteland Weekend with us, and so that was like his. We played Wasteland Weekend last weekend. Yeah, and his first gig with me was last weekend, basically. Wasteland Weekend is a fully immersive festival where everyone dresses up as if they were in the apocalypse. So there's about 4,000 people in the middle of the desert, and it is you actually have to look like you're from the apocalypse, or they won't even let you in. Yeah, it's very apocalypse goth. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, was that your first Wasteland or?
That was my first Wasteland. It was awesome.
Yeah, and I told him he's never gonna have a normal gig with me. Like his first gig was Wasteland, his second gig with me was here. So, you know.
I gotta ask the shirt. I gotta ask
The shirt. So this is if anyone plays League of Legends, this is a character. From
No one
League.
watching this would play League of Legends.
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Right?
Yeah, right. So all my friends from high school, I actually, like in high school, when we were all in high school, I was the first one that started playing the game, and I like.
You were a trendsetter.
Introduced all of them to it, and now like they all play all the time. Actually, I have a friend that like works at Riot, so they're all like super into it, and I try to be as much as I can, but I'm really busy. Yeah.
It's a game that the game requires. I know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because we got to talk. The game requires attention. So
yeah,
like,
don't
and
you
a lot
love
of
it when
time.
you introduce a friend to a game and then they get better at the game
Yeah.
than you?
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone's had that experience.
Yeah. So but yeah. So so this is a character from the game. The character is his name is Singed. And yeah, so this is like my friends got this from my friends got this for me as a birthday present a long time ago. So
between Taliesin, Erica, and I, we probably know whoever voices Singed. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We know a ton of League voices. Mercer, Christina, V.
Oh, people everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, Danielle.
So just from like a goth history level, you used to be in a band?
Yeah.
Once?
Allegedly.
Allegedly?
But they can never prove it.
So
Yeah.
you're
No,
talking
they
about
can
weird
prove it.
stories. Like, have we ever told the story on stream of how we met?
Whoa,
No, why don't we?
no,
Why don't we
tell
tell
us
it?
the story.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what do you want to tell? I was like, you should tell the story of how we met because it's pretty nice.
Yeah,
You
you know.
tell it and then tell us, and you jump in occasionally.
I was like I am a lifelong anime fan. I'm into like really obscure anime like Galaxy Express 39, and I was at Anime Expo. I think it was 2002.
May have even been earlier, but yeah, it was a long time ago.
Back when Alex was scaring the poor little girl.
Yeah, Alex was scaring the poor little girl, and
2002.
I was at I was at Anime Expo, and I went to a voice actor panel, and I said, and I approached Taliesin afterwards because I'm gregarious and will approach anyone at any time if I'm interested in doing something.
And you were completely shaven at the time.
Yep,
You were very gothed out. And yeah, you were like, hey, I want to get into some voice acting and stuff. And I was like, you're an interesting cat. All right, just I said what I usually said back then, which was like, yeah, cool, throw me a demo, and then maybe we'll talk. And usually that was enough. That was usually what I did to do the I will never see you again because no one ever did that.
Right.
Really?
Of all the times I've said that, maybe 5 people in the last 20 years have actually like followed through. No, it's
That's
like
such a easy in though.
like
I'm
5.
sorry.
But
but it requires work.
It requires work.
Actual effort.
And like not that long later, you sent one in, and then it also had your. I don't want to quite say your email, although it was the most adorable email I'd ever seen in my life.
I don't really use that one anymore.
So can I say
yeah,
it out loud?
Sure.
It was nice Ferratu.
But
That's so Jason.
but let me tell you where I got that nickname from though. So when Godhead was on tour with Guar, so I've got the Odorous Arungus, the lead singer of Guar, one day looks at me and he goes, you know, you look like Nosferatu, but you're so nice. You're like Nice Ferratu. And that's how it was immortalized.
It's such a perfect name for you.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna start setting up the next run, but like, I mean, oh God, yeah, that was Godhead. Godhead was, oh my God, that was a long time ago. I'm just having a weird flashback, but you even gave me a picture and a CD, which I still have.
Cool.
Oh,
Awesome.
That's lovely. Wow, that was a really good story. I'm so glad that we talked to you guys. I mean, this is something that we definitely want to do, and thank you so much for coming in on our first show. Again, we'd love all of your feedback for the show, how you liked it, what segments you enjoyed, what things you would want to see us do instead. And at the end of this show, we're going to tell you about the theme for next week. Very exciting. I think we're setting things up. We're going to go back and check in on the makeovers. Is that what we're doing? No? Not yet, though? But people are sitting.
People are sitting.
Goths are frantically sitting
Right.
over on the other stage. Yeah, and unfortunately we don't have a chat for this set right now, but I will catch you all on the other set. All right, everybody. Back over to you, Goth Party.
There we are. So One of the things that we've been deciding to co-opt from the stream at some point that we haven't was we were going to kind of steal Signal Boost, but I forgot to steal the antenna, which has been hidden, and I have a scavenger hunt that I have to go through with clues and weird puzzle boxes before I can actually obtain the Signal Boost antenna. So in the meantime, I'm using the Signal Snake.
The what? Oh, right.
Signal Snake. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it. If you're interested in like
Serpent Boost, thank you.
Serpent Boost. If you're interested in a fun goth activity, which was something that we were going to do like a little Signal Boost, there's a thing called Bat Stay in the Fun Park. How many of us participate in Bat Stay in the Fun Park?
Oh, I've always wanted to go.
You should come with us this
year.
So much fun. So back in the 90s. Disneyland had a goth infestation problem. I'm not kidding. Like they were trying to figure out they had season passes for locals that were super cheap, and all the goth kids were hanging out in Tomorrowland for some weird reason. Not New Orleans Square. But we were being a nuisance and like hanging out and like making out all over Tomorrowland, and it was like
as
they
you
felt it was a problem with our little lunch boxes and our vodka in water bottles.
Rum.
And well, yeah, it was hard to sneak rum in is the trick. So they made they had to make a lot of rules about wearing makeup in the park and things like that to try and keep us out. And there's like news footage I remember of them interviewing like security at Disney about the goth problem, and then they just they cut to these adorable little goth teenagers who are going, somehow they think that we make it less of the happiest place on earth, but I think we just make it an even happier place to be. I'm like this little wafy goth boy. So once a year in May.
Which is the worst time.
That's why I never gone, because I'm like I could go out when it is literally 100 degrees.
December.
Wearing a bunch of black.
There's a trick.
There's a trick.
Oh, there's lots of tricks.
But like it was originally ironic, and then it wasn't, and now it's really
parasols. Of course. I've always wanted one of those little bell-shaped ones, like the vampire ones.
I'll show you
one of those.
Satin
so
robes.
Sweet. Ooh.
I got it. Oh, I got this.
Oh yeah, no.
Someone in chat, we have a couple hands up and people saying they repped on the East Coast. We have some participants, I think, in chat.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh, man.
At Disney World. Does Disney World also have a Bats Day?
I don't know.
Like last year, Bats Day and Dapper Day were on the same day.
Oh, Dapper Day. That's the one where everybody dresses up, sort of like what is pin-up style, vintage 1950s.
So yeah, Disneyland has a lot of unofficial dress-up days, and we do a Bats Day where we all show up in our gothy best, and we all ride the Haunted Mansion all in order, which is nuts because there's over 1,000 of us now.
That's so cool.
There's a special showing of the play of Snow White. They do like a little kids version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, or is it Sleeping Beauty? It might be Sleeping Beauty. Where we all boo Sleeping Beauty and she just gets angrier and angrier and it gets really bitchy. It's great. We all cheer the Queen. The Queen just gets sassier. And Dapper Day is when everyone just looks fancy and looks like the original art where you dress the way you would dress when Disneyland opened. It was super.
Right. I go for Doctor Who Day.
Yeah. And is there a Doctor Who Day?
Oh yeah, there is.
Of course, there's a Doctor Who Day.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of days.
So yeah, that was our Signal Boost. If you ever find yourself once a year, there's a dinner beforehand, and there's like a lot of events that go up to it. But if you want to have a big, fun, silly goth day and wear comfortable shoes.
Oh God, yeah, for the love of God.
That's not something that happens on Dapper Day.
No, well, no, like my friend Nomi wore her new Rocks one year, and which are big boots.
Goth footwear. Can we just shout out the goth footwear on the stream right
new
now
Rocks?
today? Like start putting your feet up, folks, and like show them off, show it off. Oh my God! Look at all my limbs. I love.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Yeah.
Stretch.
Sexy goth boots.
Gotta have some goth boots. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bats Day in the front.
Bats Day. There's a lot of good ways to do makeup in a way that you won't sweat too much, and also umbrella. Oh my God, parasols.
Setting
Parasols.
spray. You should have normally anyway.
I think I have a hand over there.
Sun.
We shop. I mean, to be fair, we shop in a lot of
Taliesin and I run into each other at Lush quite
at the mall. It happens. We're like, oh hey man, yeah.
Skincare is important.
It's a thing. Yeah. Oh no.
That's what I'm saying. That's why a parasol is not limited to something like Bats Day. A parasol is a necessary accessory for
Are you
your
showing?
everyday
Yep,
life
right there.
in the summer.
Dude, I'm Asian. We're taught that at like 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Violet and I have another 10 years before we get our sun hats.
Yeah, like my mom was like, parasol, here's the visor. You get when you hit 50, you get the visor that covers your face.
The visor, the big floppy, the giant floppy hat.
I wear that
gloves when you drive.
Yes.
I'm taking care of my skin since I was old enough to talk.
Yeah, that's right. And we are gonna look like this until we hit menopause. And
I know some goth grandmothers. I know goth grandma. I'm now at the point where I've met goth grandmothers.
The #1 goth secret is sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Lots and lots of sunscreen. And remember, you have to reapply your sunscreen every 3 hours. You cannot do it just once throughout the day.
There is
If you choose to go outside.
If you choose to go outside.
During the day.
During the day.
At nighttime, you're fine, unless you're really.
No, yeah.
You get a really beautiful moon glow.
Oh yeah, and God, so many of us have just been aging so well too. We've just been like maintaining.
Also, yeah, stay out of the sun. You'll
Stay
age
out of the
better.
sun.
Also, vampirism,
I guess.
Yeah,
There's that too.
Or if you have a portrait of yourself aging in an attic somewhere.
We don't talk about that, Eric.
Or if you have a JPEG of yourself on a flash drive somewhere, and just put it away.
On a jazz drive.
On a jazz drive. So
I saw an interesting thing. Do we have any budget goth tips?
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, I'm into it.
Thrift stores.
Goodwill.
Goodwill.
Buffalo
Yes.
Exchange. Honestly, go to
Buffalo
a thrift
Exchange.
store and just go straight for the black section.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: cut things up.
Cut things up.
Just
All-
put it back together.
75% of my outfit is cut up things.
So many. Okay.
Piled
On top of that, though, you guys so as like a cosplayer and stuff, like I make a lot of things the way I want them. Thrift stores, also the dollar store, also like getting old stuff from friends. Anything can be dyed black. Rit sells dye for both natural fabrics as well as synthetics. That is excellent. You can dye almost anything black, and you can also there's stuff to do shoes as well. So pretty much anything can be made to look the way you want it to.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot that can be, and putting studs on things is not that hard. You can learn how to do it.
And you know what? When something gets more worn out and kind of ripped up, what a friend of mine used to always tell me, not as goth, but she was saying, you know, it looks more punk rock that way.
There's a thing that we used to do so you could really see the stitching, so they could have like those like Sally from Nightmare Before Christmas stitches. Dental floss. Dental floss.
Dental floss. Also keep on patches really
and it looks so good.
And dental floss really sturdy is the thing.
Yeah.
Dental
You have to think it doesn't break when it gets wet.
Yes, it's wax.
Super sturdy.
And it's a big, and it gives you those big stitches that are like cartoonishly big stitches. It's really
Buttons,
great.
replace buttons.
Buttons, you can replace buttons. That's even true if you want gothy furniture. You can just buy IKEA furniture, paint it, and get new hardware.
Yeah, that's a lot of goth, even
Somebody
not
sale.
even
Somebody was
Estate
saying. Also, somebody in chat was saying Target sells cheap boots, and you get the studs from Joann's.
Don't worry about him. Rudy's fine.
Hot Topic isn't so much goth anymore.
No, you can find your stuff, but it's like it's a section.
Yeah.
I'll also say we got a couple things that we're going to get to. I really quickly want to cover this though. Where how did you get introduced? Where did you find this? What was the first time you noticed that goth was a thing?
Well,
How did you become goth?
Yeah.
It all started with Madonna. I was like watching her music videos where she's like in latex and rubber, and then my cousin's now ex-wife gave me these pants that had leather on them, and I was like, what? But then, and I was like 11. I probably shouldn't have had that. I've been 5'8" for a really long time. I just want to make that clear. But it was actually really interesting. I'm from Sacramento. Shoot, I said that out loud.
Yeah, you shouldn't say that.
But back there was something called the Alpha Zone or the Amazon or something, but it was a place where from 11 to 18 you could go and club, and it was a safe place to go. And my parents were like, you can go there, I know where you are. And so like parents would unload all their little goth kids, and we'd be dancing to goth music, 1992.
Did we get, do we have, is Kai done?
He's done.
Look at that!
It's a little bit of a try.
Oh my god, it's a very good look for you,
Oh,
Kai.
that's so great. That's so great.
Them peepers.
So
Jeepers creepers.
we're gonna do a silly thing really quickly. We're gonna talk. Is it time for goth dancing? Is it time for goth dancing?
Yes, our producer says it. By the way, can we bring Liz out for
Liz,
a
really
second?
quickly, show everybody what you're wearing.
Liz, here, Liz. Liz is goth up today. Look at her.
No, it's so great.
Yay, look at her.
Executive Gothy, I'm very proud.
Yay. So goth.
Production goth.
So
Production goth.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, really quickly,
Oh, no.
everybody.
God damn it.
So are you all aware of this?
Wait, what?
Are you all aware of the Taliesin Jaffe fan site?
It's so important, guys.
It is the most important site.
It is really
It
important.
is the most important site.
You get to pick your goth name. I'm
But
other goth.
no, but here that's the thing is that like everybody picks their goth name, but like we thought that it might be fun if Taliesin could bestow a goth
I've bestowed
title
a few on them, yeah.
on you. And like if we know him, like we could get one from him. So be thinking about that, Taliesin.
Oh,
I want my
You
goth
have to
name.
give us
Okay.
names.
God.
Taliesin, will you name everyone here?
Oh god, no! I'm so tired.
Too late.
I've been crying for 12 hours. God no.
He's dehydrated. We should actually
Overqualified.
Yeah, where is what is the site? What is the site again? I'm sure chat can pull it up for us.
Chat, can you please go look
Yeah,
for
it's
the Taliesin
Jaffe
Jaffe
fan
fan
club.
page?
The
It's
Taliesin Jaffe
magical.
fan club.
There it
Yes.
is.
Yep, there it is.
TaliesinJaffeFanClub.net.
Yeah,
It is
it's
it is
magical.
incredible. It's like an old Angel Fire site with like an animated cursor. and like,
Please
Oh, it's
sign up.
beautiful.
Please. Everyone on there, please sign up for the Taliesin Jaffe fan
So
club.
we're probably gonna do
Symphoria,
music.
is
Then
that
we're gonna do
you?
the,
Is that
it okay
you
we
that
do music
does
and
it?
the dancing at the end? Because it's just, or should we?
I mean, we
What-
have 30 left in the show. So.
Oh wow, this show went
I feel like
Also-
we'll end with music then.
Shout out to
We'll end with
Goth Boy,
dancing.
the song, which everybody please
Yes!
run that through chat. That is a Wednesday Club inspired, incredible
just still
thing
stick it to
that Cordes and Seepin made for us.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, they reference Retail Slut in the song. It's so great.
Oh,
Retail Slut was the store where we bought all our clothes when we were young.
Yay, Rudy's going into the chair.
Rudy.
Ross
Oh.
Williams from Christian Death worked at Retail.
He did. He worked it. Oh god, that's so true.
So Symphoria in chat is actually the creator of the website.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to send you an email. It's so amazing. Thank you so much. I've been so
Send you an
crazy.
email and tell you to stop.
No, it's about the gallery.
The craziest thing is, Sin, I don't know how, like, we were like, did you make this secretly? Like, and then it was like,
Just
oh,
happened.
I don't know. Because it's like something that would come out of your brain.
It was so good that
was
like
so
literally there
good.
was a 4-hour period where like I looked at my phone and I suddenly had text messages from everyone I've ever dated in my life going, "Oh my god!"
I'm really proud of myself for that because I
That was
went-
your doing.
Yeah, I went and put it everywhere.
yeah.
I found
Yeah,
this,
we
like,
social
this is
media.
amazing.
It's amazing.
This is
All
pure.
of the internet
Are we
needs to
gonna make
know about
t-shirts?
this. This is the sign up.
I want to talk
Sephora
about
needs to
Everyone
make
in the office.
Symphoria, you do need to make merchandise.
We need to
for
talk
this.
about
We
some
should
merch.
Talk
We're
about
gonna
it.
talk about some merch.
Taliesin is willing to work with you on this.
I'm willing.
Sin is a lovely community member, super
Oh, yeah.
sweet. So yes,
I've
you
been
should
paying
definitely
attention.
talk
I
about
am
it.
a genuine fan of that site.
So in a little bit we're gonna do one more song with
That's right,
with
with
Jason, and then we're gonna teach a little bit of dancing. We're gonna have a bit of a dance off.
Yeah.
And we're going to crown a king. We're gonna dance to. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
I think it's
Jason,
gonna be.
Jason's gonna
give us something.
We all know who's going to be the king of the dance party.
Well, we know.
Do we?
Although we might need judges because it's almost not fair.
You mean professional?
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
But I did have.
Phone is moving, of course.
Yeah,
he's
not
gonna
dancing.
Win. Creepy.
That's not what Brian Forrest says.
Yeah, well, Brian Forrest is prone to exaggeration.
Love you, Brian.
Love you, Brian. Chat, I'm loving you guys so much right now.
Yeah, this is really great.
So I put together a little list of tips for so you want to go to a goth club for the first time, and I want to see what you guys think of them.
Okay, goth dudes.
Some goth do's and don'ts for your first time at a goth club. First time at a goth club, wear basic black.
Yes.
Wait, we gotta punctuate. Yeah,
Bring it in.
snap or.
The atmosphere is really important at a goth club, and if you show up wearing anything that isn't at least like black, if you don't have anything really fancy, just like black jeans or what do they call the work
Dickies.
Dickies. You can get them at Walmart if you have to, or Target, and a black T-shirt. It's like showing up to a wedding in like a T-shirt with a tux print on it. You don't want to be that guy. So even if you're just wearing the black shirt and the pants, we can tell it's your first time, but we can tell you're making an effort. And we're like, all right, you've done your part to keep everything chill, and we appreciate that, and everyone will be nicer to you. Rule number 2. Goth clubs are not pickup clubs. There's a difference.
Yes.
Goth clubs are not pickup clubs. If you see people dancing, people dance alone at goth clubs. Even if you're with somebody, you're not dancing with them. You're dancing in your own little private bubble.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
Do not go and try and grab the person or touch them.
So-
it's not okay.
Actually, never
So-
do that.
so-
Just
Yeah.
never do that in general.
So if you get too close to somebody on a dance floor at a goth club, you will suddenly find randomly elbows and hands, and you'll be like a beach ball at a concert. You just get knocked around till you leave. It's a thing, and it's okay because we usually have a smoking patio, and that's where you can talk to people.
True.
So
100%.
this is tell me when I'm wrong.
No.
Good.
Number 3, if you're going to go to the smoking patio, have a pack of cloves. It is basically like prison money.
Even if you don't smoke.
Even if you don't smoke, have a
Or a lighter.
Have a lighter and a pack of
lighter.
cloves, and you will instantly make friends. Just to give out, just give out
It's
cloves.
like giving catnip to cats.
It is.
Yeah. Especially if they're the old school black label.
Yeah.
Oh
If you're
man.
actually cigarettes and not cigars.
No, yeah. If you have the cigarettes on, I wish I could have found them. They're hard to find.
Don't smoke more than 2 a night.
There's
Yeah.
a couple of goths in the
I'm really
chat
digging it.
that are saying that we're gonna stop you if you get too close.
This is one for you.
Oh yes.
Absinthe is not a shot. It is a sipping beverage.
Don't drink anything else.
Yeah,
Please.
Just
absinthe is a lot, and it's really bitter. And if you really don't want to have something too bitter, mix it with a little bit of champagne, and it's called a Death in the Afternoon, and it's sweet, and it's a
Death
hangover.
in the Afternoon.
That's my favorite.
Have you ever seen The Green Fairy? Is that actually a thing?
It used to be a thing.
Yes.
It requires a lot of absinthe over a long time.
They've removed the wormwood, which
Right.
And the
your
mugwort.
brain.
There's a little bit in there still,
Well.
but like the stuff I make is pretty rough.
Bring catnip to the golf club.
The other thing, and this is for special, some goth clubs have little sexy rooms where there's usually a show or something going on. If there is a room like that, it is okay to watch. People are into it, but do not walk through the space. And also keep some different distance and talk quietly. Imagine that you're going on a hike and you've seen like a bunch of deer,
Gazelles.
Some gazelles. Whisper quietly. Don't get in their area, but like enjoy from afar, and you'll have a good time.
Quietly observe.
So
and enjoy.
let's have a little Jason Charles Miller, and then let's come in for some goth dancing.
Somebody mentioned country goth. This is some country goth. It's called 100-Pound Hammer. You didn't believe the news, you had to see it for yourself. So you walked right in, lo and behold, she was in there holding someone else. Now I know we're all sitting around thinking how this won't happen to us. Brother, I've been where you are, believe me when it does. It's gonna hit you like a 100-pound hammer. It's gonna burn you like a 5-alarm fire. It's gonna hit you like a 100-pound hammer. It's gonna cut you up till the day you die. Now you got a couple of choices. You can bust in like a wrecking ball, or you can just walk out and pretend you didn't just walk in and see what you just saw. Now where you wind up tomorrow, at this point it's all up to you. You can let her be the thing that never was, or be the thing that got the better of you. But either way, it's gonna hit you like a 100-pound hammer. It's gonna burn you like a 5-alarm fire.
you like a 100-pound hammer. It's gonna burn you like a 5-alarm fire. It's gonna hit you like a 100-pound hammer. It's gonna burn you like a 5-alarm fire. It's gonna hit you like a 100-pound hammer. It's gonna cut you up to the day you die. Oh, it's gonna cut you up to the day you die.
Hi.
So a huge part of being a goth is goth dance.
Goth dance.
I'm led to understand.
Yeah, no, you're doing. I mean, like this is such. Where did you get that choker? Oh my god.
So this was an Amazon find, but actually fun story. Because I've always wanted one of these, and I never really had.
That's amazing.
And I think I need to commit to this, right?
Yeah.
Commit to this as a daily sort of thing, right? But the dress is actually from my Lynn.
Oh my god! That's how you just take the dress you're wearing and the shirt Liz is wearing.
And pretty much any like outfit that anybody ever comments on, it's from my Lynn, because
Yes.
my Lynn is like, her style is amazing. So, but goth dancing.
Goth dancing. Yeah. So goth dancing is actually, if anybody's, I found it has a lot in common with the Vogue movements. It's a lot of arm.
A lot of arm.
It's a lot of movement. If you're doing something with a little more bass, there's a lot of stompy, which is the industrial dancing, which has a lot of stompy, which we're going to get into. We're gonna do a game in a minute. Actually, we're setting up for it once we have a little bit of music going on, and we're gonna be rotating somebody else new into the chair of makeover.
Ooh.
Where one of the kind of running gags of the goth industrial scene, and because we do have a sense of humor, there's no way not to have a sense of humor about yourself when you look like this.
No.
Like.
Come on. I beg to differ.
Is that we kind of developed a little bit of a language of just how dumb I guess some of these moves are when you actually like when you take them out of their environment and you like place them like on a plate by themselves, you're like, that's ridiculous.
Our one says click button at the ready.
That's right. Get ready for some gifts.
Oh man. So I'm going to start with one of my favorites, and so we were actually going to name. I think we're going to go down a little. Everyone's going to show up a few moves to whatever like little music that we get going. It's not going to be quite as stompy as normal.
There is a rhythm for all of them, though,
Oh, yeah.
which I think is very important to
Yes.
share, because it all starts with a this, and once you do this, that's where the rhythm goes, and then you can do all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So you have the,
It's
yes,
very.
the foot and the sway,
Yeah, the foot and sway.
and now you can go into the funny
Yeah.
And all the fun things you can do with your hands.
Two-step.
Basically.
It's a two-step.
Oh my God, ready?
Oh my god!
Well, yes, this is very good, Rudy.
I'm going to start with look at my fancy little red ball. Look at the ball. See, my hands are always exactly the same amount of distance. And I often will sometimes go, and I'm going to go sling it on my back, and I'm bringing it back out on my back, bringing it back out. Sometimes my hand is behind my back, so look, I'm doing it like that. All right, somebody else. We're just going to be in the first 2 minutes of Bauhaus for a while.
Okay.
There's the walking the dog.
Oh.
So walking the dog. And then that kind of leads into the pulling the rope. Which leads into, does anyone know what that leads to?
What's
The cop cleaning out the cobwebs.
There you go.
Right on.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
And then if you have a bat, you love it.
You let
a bat, you let it go, and you mourn for it.
What also matches another move that's a little cheesier called buying groceries.
All right, I know this one.
Oh, yes.
I actually do know this one. Oh my god.
One that I like is called picking your dessert, which is kind of like this, where you do this and it's like this.
This is like a Jack Sparrow or something.
I don't know how I
Do you know Franck, the pastry chef?
Yes.
We actually have a DJ named Franck who's a pastry chef.
What?
Yeah, DJ Franck of the Noise Room.
And there's a lot of swaying, and there's a lot of... The nice thing about goth dancing as it is, it doesn't matter what you do. It can be anything. You just make it up.
That's right.
That's what I've been doing this
So
whole
you'll
time.
never dance wrong.
Lauren, you have something
That
for
is
us?
true.
No, I didn't know his names. I just
Lauren, show us. Do you have one?
I don't see.
I just made what I did.
Yeah, just make it up, make it up.
The contacts. The contact.
Find your contact.
Find your contacts.
So I just.
Do you know, where's your contacts? Your contact fell out, where is it?
Look for your
There,
contact.
find the contact, put it back. There you go. Put it back.
Same goes for dropping your fangs.
Drop your
Fangs, I love the fangs.
Oh. Yeah.
And depending on how energetic you feel, you can lift the legs up a little bit.
Actually, can we do a little stomping? Can we show a little stomping?
Can we do a little industrial?
Bring Kai with Kai with the industrial.
Okay. I mean, I usually do this with the beat.
Damn, see Smurfs. There's Smurfs everywhere.
All the stamping.
There's gum on your shoe?
It's funny because it's fun.
It doesn't really work to this song, though.
But of course, we're doing our best.
They're serving your cake.
Serving your cake.
Serving your cake.
Bring it.
Here you go. Here's the cake. No, it's mine. It's mine. But you can have this piece, but you can't have this one.
A lot of desserts.
Yes, a lot of desserts.
We like to eat a lot of dessert.
That's fair. A lot of Denny's.
Denny, yeah.
One of the things that I would use for my male friends who wanted to dance, they were always into martial arts, especially in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, so there's just your katas, just do your katas.
Oh, yeah.
So, lots of katas happening.
The two-hand punch.
Oh, yeah.
The good industrial?
One hand. Back to two. One hand. Oh yeah.
And there's different speeds. You can do the super fast, like Taliesin.
Or you do it slow.
You can do really slow.
Sometimes, yeah, if you need to breathe.
If you're really tired, but you still want to dance, you don't want to let anyone know, you just slow it.
Bring it.
Do it.
You gotta bring it.
Big fish, little fish, cardboard thoughts, and you're like.
You can also do some things where absolutely. It goes a little bit like you're casting a spell almost, you know, like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of writhing.
Yeah.
Right. There's a belly dancer move that works too.
Oh, yeah.
It's called the lotus.
Oh yeah. Like koi spinning.
Right.
Oh god.
And then you can break it apart and do a.
Hello, baby. And then there's bad poetry. Oh wait.
Bad poetry.
Never mind. It's happening.
That is.
And you can also do
That happens at every club.
if you're dancing with, you can go with someone.
Sometimes, very rarely, but it does happen.
But sometimes it does.
This is
Just a little.
Just a little bit of
A
time.
little bit.
yeah.
So
But just how you can kind of flow
yeah.
around each
flow
other.
around as long as it's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you learn to dance around other people.
Yeah, you
And that's like
Yes.
And it's more like a dodge.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
no. It's like,
I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you.
It's like Matrix with everybody.
I know. Oh yeah. No, I'm not touching you.
I'm touching you.
Yeah.
That's how.
I remember the first one I ever learned was everything is black, black, black except the moon, which is red with blood. Oh God, I'm not. Down. You killed him. Hold for 1 second before we're gonna we're gonna take a second to breathe.
Wear deodorant. Wear deodorant. That's the other.
Yes.
Oh wait, my lid has sexy moves. Well, maybe you can bring them for the. Wait.
Is it? Well, we're gonna start doing some solos.
Oh.
So we're all gonna let people do some solos.
But everybody else will be kind of waving in the background.
Just wave.
Oh yeah. No, we'll be doing what goths traditionally do when everybody else is dancing, which is this.
Judging
Or,
silently from the shadows.
That's my entire life.
Actually, Alex is perfect pose.
No, I get it.
What?
Oh yeah. No.
I actually did a photo shoot just like this when I was 16.
We're doing exactly that.
Right. Okay.
Oh man.
This is great.
This is the
I've
ridiculous,
learned
ridiculous
so
thing.
much.
I feel like we've tried to be educational.
Yeah.
As well as entertaining.
As well as
The most important thing about being goth is being super serious
all the time.
Always.
Always.
Except for when you're laughing.
All right. So if Jason's had a minute to recover, who wants to take their first round, and we'll give you we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. You take a minute, show off some fucking moves, and then we'll spin out somebody else.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a
And
little.
then we'll have music.
Okay,
in a
so
second.
we'll start. He'll start it up, and then whoever feels the impulse, there we go. We'll step up first.
Yeah.
Strong contender up first.
Actually, can we darken the lights just a little?
Can we? Is
Just a little mood. I know we're asking a lot.
Oh my god, this is a lot.
Oh no, this.
get in the
We
mood.
hold this
Time
whole
for that
channel
for the
together
dance.
with chewing gum and duct tape.
He's nah, come on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Our last makeover is going very well.
Oh my goodness! I don't think they even know who in
They
the
don't know.
chair is.
Oh yeah, a little bit. That's good. Oh yeah.
Ooh, yes.
It's better.
Smoothie. Oh, it's nice. Kind of sway in the background.
How the fuck do you do that?
Dang, Alex!
Yeah. All right. Goth Soul Train, bless you all. Oh my God, you are fucking rocking it.
Oh,
Amazing.
Yeah, this is true. This is the mood, you guys.
All right, I'll go for something fast.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Oh. Amazing.
All right, who's next?
I'll go.
Yay.
The cape.
You definitely have the cape. Oh, the cape is coming out.
Bouncing
Oh my God.
Soulless train.
Soulless train.
Big mood indeed.
Oh. All right.
I'm going.
Yes.
What kind of warrior are you?
Oh yes. Yes, Goth Queen.
Yeah. Yes, Dark
Goth
Queen.
Oh my God. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh. I'm practically speechless right now. It's like I'm ready. Oh, okay. Pulling the rope in.
Yeah, I dance along with my eyes.
Come on, again.
Yes, that face.
Yes, cake. Yes, good cake. Good cake. Yes.
And just general slow boogie.
Yes.
It's all about your personal space. It's all about your personal. Actually, would you be so kind as to show us the indifferent dance? Just get on the dance floor and just be there.
Yeah. All right, good.
There's one of these.
Yep.
I think we got
everybody.
Thank you. I guess we can put the lights back on.
Guys, I mean, like, oh my God, everyone! I wanted to start dancing now.
We are the best golf club in LA.
We are.
We haven't revealed yet, though.
Oh, we haven't revealed our
revealed
final.
the final
Yeah,
one.
are we? We're coming up on.
Coming up on our final one.
Oh my goodness.
And I think we're gonna have to have a quick discussion. If you guys think that you know who should be crowned.
Right, that's right. We need to get some
Supreme ruler
input
of
from the
Gather Your
chat.
Golf.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the time to put up a poll, but
I kind of have my personal favorite already.
yeah, I think maybe we have a judges panel
I think we have a quick judges panel. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, there's
to decide who
there's
is
nothing
the
more
king
goth
of the
than a
dance.
monarchy that is already just, we're
Oh yeah.
we'll let it fire and like
Yeah,
you'll see the
that's
smoke
right.
and know we've chosen.
That's right. Well, who is it?
There needs to be a blood sacrifice.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's my
I think so.
feeling.
I think so. I think we're just gonna call it.
I think we might just call it.
We were just gonna call
So
it.
it is time. I think it is time to anoint.
That's right. Wait, we need.
So hold on.
Yes.
This is very serious.
Yes,
stuff,
very
guys.
serious business.
Very serious.
Super
Are you ready?
serious.
Yes.
Serious business.
As serious as your grandmother's home.
You come forward, and Don, you're the official.
Done the official regalia
of
your
of
gothness.
your new gothness.
Maybe where's the king?
Here's beyond this. Here's your MAC eyeliner. Back close.
Long way here. Long way she ready.
Wait, scepter. There you are.
Yeah.
Jason, oh my God. Guys, thank you so much for playing what was, I'm not necessarily sure we can say what song that was almost, but not quite. But there was a
15-minute version.
It was a 15-minute
So much. You guys were terrific. Do we have our last makeover? Actually,
Oh, we have one last makeover.
Are we ready?
Yep, lights back up to show our last.
Thank you so much.
Wait. Coming in with the just Yeah!
Thomas Jody Hauser, everybody.
Sitting on stage writing Star Wars because in space it's always night.
It's always.
And we just grabbed her for a makeover.
I'm really trying here, guys. That's
You're
all right.
sweet. That's the most goth.
It is the most goth.
Space
The most goth is trying and making it look like you're not trying.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I've learned a lot today.
There was a lot to
It
learn.
was quite a bit to
Goth
learn.
is educational.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for.
So I just want to say, guys, it's been a great week. I mean, like, no, we're just hugging you
We're
inside.
just
We're making
gonna
a big hug call. Yeah. I mean, it's been a really great week at Geek and Sundry, and thank you guys for joining us for our retooling of our Friday night show.
The grand launch. Of course, we must disclose that the theme is not going to be goth every single week.
But what?
No!
That being said, next week is Ghosts, and the week after that is Halloween.
We are
so-
keeping it gothy for the month because it is
Yeah.
October, which is our time.
Well,
I'll say we're going to go off and deal with our things next week. Some of the stuff that's happening next week on the channel, though. Wednesday Club, we're doing Hellboy with Liam O'Brien.
He's a big fan.
He's a huge fan.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be reading a bunch because I don't know a ton. What else is
Right,
what can we talk about?
on Game Engine, we have the developers from Hob, who we're going to be talking with, and what's the game? Cuphead. Vince and Van are playing Cuphead.
Oh.
Very excited.
That looks like fun.
Yeah.
That thing scares me. Before we go on, also thank you so much.
Yay! Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I guess I'm going to announce this because I'm going to spend my weekend attempting to put together a Vampire the Masquerade game for Critical Role. So I don't know what the title of it is, but we're going to be running a vampire game, and I'm either calling it What We Do on Alpha,
Yes.
or Critical Role: The Embraced.
Very good.
That's just terrible. Maybe I'll come over. Oh god.
No, that one was good.
That was yours.
Yeah,
but
that's
I
We
like
got
it.
robbed.
But guys, thank you.
Yeah, next week we will have Gather Your Ghosts.
Gather Your
So we're
Ghosts.
gonna tell spooky ghost stories.
Spooky ghost stories and show some cool ways of making ghosts. And we're gonna it's all gonna be
Making ghosts?
Wait.
I'll make ghosts.
Murdering people now?
We'll make ghosts of all of you!
It's not murder if they come back as a ghost, because then they're there.
How do you want to do this?
It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be some cool stuff, including some crazy projector fun. We'll see. We're going to make something really, really silly.
Yeah. So thank you so much to everybody who joined us for our goth party. We love all of you goths so much. And our new goths. And thank you so much to Jason Charles Miller and the rest of the band. Thank you all so much for coming. Thank you to the crew who did such an incredible job tonight. Thank you.
Oh, lovely, amazing.
Yeah, we also we have a sound person now, so we're very excited about
Yeah, really
that.
So it's your first day. We're bringing you out because it's your first day.
It's his first day as part of the crew. All right, and thank you so much, Taliesin.
This was so much fun. Thank you, Celine, for everything. Thank you, everybody. It was amazing.
And yeah,
Everybody.
Mark, thank you, Liz. Jordan and Taliesin, thank you so much for taking over.
I'm having so much fun. This is ridiculous.
This is going to be great.
We're going to be doing this for the rest of the year. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
We have so much planned.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week.